Another 30 seconds and then we'll be good.
Okay.
All right, we should be good now.
All right, there's a high degree of risk involved in trading. Past performance is not indicative of future results. An early look at the roadmap. When I look at the roadmap, I always try to find out what the big picture is. If you look over there to the left, you see a big red 5856, which tells me that's where the month opened. And, my numbers are hand delivered to me with my roadmap trade tracker. You'll also see, looking over there, the 4-day or 3-day low was 54.90, and we're trading up here at 55.63. So the market's making a comeback, and you can see that when you look at that. But the real key for this week is the high was 54.93, and the low was 54.05. That is the week start high, and we're higher than Monday's high, which tells us that we're bullish for this week. And so when you look at that, you say, well, how high have we been? We've been to 55.81. We're currently 55.60. Market's in an uptrend. If you're playing it short term, that's the way you'd want to play it. And that's what the trade tracker does for you. So I always check it to make sure that I'm not confused by all the noise when I look at it. Now, every day in TNT, I publish 5 magic tickers. Those tickers are the ones that I think that might pay me. And because of that, I like to track it on the horse race through the dashboard. This morning I talked about Costco. It was 902, and the high today for Costco is 912. That's quite a move, $10 move. And that was one of my key things. GLD was a trade that I did yesterday into the PPI number, and it paid anywhere from 30% to 60% of people that took that trade. And that's the kind of trade you look for. But I do it through the horse race and the dashboard. And yesterday, gold was showing some strength, and I said, okay, let's go on and do this in the afternoon. We bought a fine time for a dime. A lot of people are smiling right now because they did. Now, this is a feature I put in the roadmap years ago, and we've just got it modified where it gives you some extra information. But if you look there, when you look at the 30-minute view, you see that the high for the QQQ on this 30-minute view is 469.33. And when I look at the QQQ, let me find it here, 69.33, QQQ. I have to look over here. 469, we're right there about to break out on the QQQ. That would be positive if you're long. And by the way, I am long, so that's positive. Okay. Here's Costco doing the same thing. I went through a lot of these stocks looking at what was the breakout. You'll notice that it opened at 101 this morning. 902.55 was my standing trigger number, and off we went. Next. NVIDIA's got my attention because NVIDIA is a stock that's been under pressure ever since the earnings, and today it's at 118.99. But if you look at NVIDIA, and I just updated, it's about 120.55 as a trigger. Jonathan, I have on NVIDIA. You can go on and set an alert there. If it gets to 120.55, and we'll do a trade on NVIDIA this afternoon. It's actually turning above that number, 120.55. TLT, I'm bullish on this long term. It's correcting today. If you look at TLT, it went down to 99.91, and now it's at 104. It takes out about 155, Jonathan. You might put that in there as a trigger, 155. That would tell me to pay attention. GLD, I actually just did another GLD trade. Jonathan, where did we do that trade, the one we just did on GLD? This stock is headed to 2,700 and it's breaking out today, making new highs. What program got the TLT or the GLD?
TNT.
TNT. There you go. Anybody in TNT in here? Do you have any trouble getting that price? Gold's moving, so I'm moving with it. Way to go, Emmanuel. Okay. There's the QQQ. Again, we're at Genesis. Right now, the NASDAQ is trying to make a new high. And, you know, sort of cooking with gas. There's Costco going into that buy signal. And you look at Costco earlier today, it hit its target, right to the target, to the penny. And then it's come back down and setting up again. Okay. Costco. There's NVIDIA, and 120.55 is where I'm going to get serious about NVIDIA again. About $1.50 higher from here. TLT, there's a correction I was talking about. Still bullish though on the long-term chart. And I'm just waiting for the correction to be over. I gave you a price of 155. There's GLD. You can't look at that GLD. That's a short term, and I think it's getting ready to go even higher. So we'll see. There's a trade we made on a fine time for a dime. Actually bought it at 8 cents. We actually exited at 13, 14, 15, 16%, 16 cents. So that was a pretty nice trade on our fine time for a dime.
I've got the predictor up on the roadmap here live.
Okay, let's go live. Explain to them what they're looking at.
We'll have to decide what expiration to use, but the predictor uses the option premiums as a predictive measure of where
Use an expiration of
Go.
September the 20th. Can you do that?
September 20th. So based on yesterday's closing prices, QQQ by September 20th can go up to 485 or down to 450.
Yeah, but I think it's set up to go to that 485. So you might write that number down between now and next Friday. And the reason I'd pick the top one is because we're bullish right now, looking at the weekly high, looking at everything else. If we get follow through, then you're going to see it press higher. 485. That's a good number to know. That's a pretty good jump from, we got long using the predictor on Sunday night at 458, Jonathan. It's at 469. Next stop, 485. That's just updating it to the current market. Okay. That's the predictor.
Costco, same expiration? Well, we got
Yeah, same expiration. What will be next Friday?
930-ish or so down to 870.
Yeah, I'd go with the top one. 930. Write that down for next Friday. I'm writing it down myself, so just how accurate we're going to be.
NVIDIA.
How high will it go if it gets above 120.55? 129? Okay, by next Friday. Okay. These are giving you accurate resistance levels versus the current price. Okay. You gotta love the predictor.
TLT, they only give us 2 expirations for some reason. October 11th, October 25th.
Do October 25th. I got a long-term play there. What price would that be?
104.5.
We're headed there. Just taking time doing it.
Yeah, we get above 102.55 or 155, excuse me. Expect some more trades on that one.
Okay.
Last one up is GLD. Let's see if they give us September 20th. They do.
How do they say it's going to go?
237.25.
Ooh, yeah. Where's it at right now?
I got
235. That'd be a
235.25.
nice trade. Yeah, Bill, we'll cover that once we get through. We got any more slides, Jonathan?
Need to fill in the MTI report top longs.
Yeah, just put the longs in there because if we get a positive Genesis bar, there's one stock I want to add to the predictor. By the way, the MTI report's under scans. Let's see what we got there. 5 is at the top of the food chain. So let's take 5 and put it in the predictor and go out, not to September 20, see if we can get out to October. I haven't traded 5, but I am going to trade 5 because I like the way it looks. I'll show you the steps.
Let's see. You wanted the expiration of October?
Yep.
They've got it 102.5, 77.5.
12 points from here.
Yeah, currently 90.
Okay, we're going to do that trade. All right, let's keep going.
I think we'll look at the shorts just because
You can look at shorts, but I think right now I would stay with since we're long for the week, long for Monday, just stay with the longs. And to get the predictor up there, I go top 20 longs, top 20 shorts. Now, if the market broke down today, I'd look at the shorts, and I think ELF was one of the top shorts of the day. Yeah, there it is, still there, been staying pretty firm. All right. What else you got?
RoadMap VIP.
Okay, hey folks, a lot of people were asking me about this, and since most of y'all own the roadmap, we're taking 4 new slots in the VIP. If you want one of those 4 slots, click that link and do it. And Jonathan, if they got any questions, they can ask them. But let's take a 5-minute break. Come back and do a setup with 5, F-I-V-E, 5. And Jonathan, the trigger on 5 is 90.55.
Okay.
Got any questions? Or if you want to grab one of those VIP slots, go take it. And they'll be gone because we don't offer it every time, but I am offering 4 today. Chris, VIP is a lifetime edition, which means you don't pay any more. The regular roadmap is 1 year. If you joined roadmap last night with the 1 year and want the VIP, they'll make an adjustment. you need to talk to Barber at DTI Trader, Andrak at DTI Trader, and they will do that adjustment for you. But there's only 4 slots left. I think we just saw 1, maybe down to 3. All right, folks, we got about a minute left. Anybody got any questions? One of the features we'll go live with, Jonathan, we'll put the 5 in there. We'll also put the mini and the NASDAQ and let it see why I'm bullish today based on what we're seeing. All right, Jonathan, when we go live, bring up the trade tracker. And let's just put in the trade tracker the E-mini, NASDAQ, QQQ, and the 5. Okay, notice that the 5 is above its monthly open, which is in better shape than the actual general market. Notice that the weekly high for the 5 on Monday was 85. We're currently 90. Notice that the 5-day high was 91.41, which happened today. And I definitely want to get the 5 on a spread. Okay, so let's just go to the next feature and look at the compass. Bring up the compass on the 5. Yeah, and if you're a new subscriber, Jonathan, tell them what you do every day on RoadMap training.
Oh, we talked through all these features. A lot of times folks will tell me what they'd like to have covered. Say, can we cover the Genesis feature or can we cover the predictor? And imagine we'll cover the predictor today. And we'll go through it, teach you how to open it up, teach you how to fill it up with stocks, features that you want. And I'll teach you how the feature works. And then when you're armed with how it works, you know how to use it. We'll talk about how to use it. We do all that in RoadMap training.
And you're at 4 o'clock?
4:15 to 5 p.m. this afternoon. We go Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 4:15 to 5. Is that every week you do that?
That is every week, except if.
And there's no charge for that,
Jacksonville.
even if you're just a RoadMap subscriber, right? It's totally free.
Yeah, if you're a RoadMap subscriber, and or MTI by DTI subscriber, you'll get an invite.
Okay, so there you go. All right, so look at 5 there. What's the high of the Genesis bar, Jonathan? Yes, John, it's recorded. You recorded, right, Jonathan?
Yes, I recorded. The high of the reference bar is 90.64.
90.64, and I said 90.55. So let's set up a trade in case it triggers, okay? So let's look at the 92.95 call spread. It expires, let's go out to October. The predictor's already said it's going to 112, so if it keeps continuing, this should be a good trade. So a 92.95 would cost you how much?
They only have 5 watts.
All right, do a 9,500.
$95,100 is about $1.50 to about 55.
Okay. And that would be worth $5 if that predictor's right? Because you got enough time. Didn't you do this cycle?
Yeah, I believe so. Let's go double check. Where's that predictor at? 5 October 18th. It's got a 102.5 target.
Okay, so 95 long out at 100. You're right in the sweet spot there, aren't you?
Yep.
All right, now I want to remind everybody I've never traded the 5, so this will be a first trade for me, and I'm waiting to get triggered to do it. It's 90.38 right now, Jonathan. Now I'm going to set a profit at 25%. Okay, so what would that pay me?
Well, if you bought it at $1.55 and 25% added to it would be about $1.94.
Go to $1.89.
Okay.
Write it up, and we'll pull the trigger once we get to 90.55. 90.40 right now. So anybody got any questions? Jonathan, while we're waiting to see if it gets there, why don't you look at a reference bar and show him why I'm willing to pull the trigger. Let's go through the 7 sisters and let them see just how they. Yeah, John, I got it from MTI. I think it'd go to 100, William, to be safe. Should go to 97.5. All right, Jonathan, go through the 7 sisters and explain what they're telling us.
Well, that's the S&P trying to get above Genesis right now. And the next high was 55.68. What do we open today? We opened down at 55.58. Okay.
So it needs to go above 68 to turn the S&P 500 bullish, correct?
Yep. Right.
All right, keep going.
Here's the NASDAQ. It's already above Genesis.
NASDAQ's already bullish. Doug, you hadn't read our white papers, have you? Genesis is the 11:30 to 12 bar from Europe. They're shutting down Europe cash, and that's what you're seeing here, how the market here reflects it. And Jonathan just posted the white papers in there. NASDAQ's already bullish. All right. Keep going, Jonathan.
Let's see. Look at gold. Or let's look at 5. Reference bar high on 5 is 90.64. Our alert is at 90.55. Give us a heads up.
All right. That's the 5, right?
Look at NVIDIA. It's above its, well, it's about right at its reference bar high.
And I've got to order at 120.55 to do a trade on NVIDIA.
And TLT needs to perk back up some above 155.
155 on TLT. All right, folks, any questions? Uh, 90.55 is a key number on any stock, Mickey, and it takes us at the top end of the trade. And that's why I like to see, instead of jumping into the market, I always try to trigger myself into it. Okay. How many people remember me talking about the futures training I'm doing and the gold? Anybody remember me talking about that? I've been teaching people how to trade gold without putting any money up. I just checked my account, Jonathan, just to let you know. I think I'm up about 2,500 on that gold position that I established over on the future side with this move today. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that's great.
No downside and nothing but upside. Blue skies. Judy wants to know where to go for the training tonight.
We're going to email around the closing bell with the link to join.
You do it to a Zoom room, Jonathan?
Yeah, just like this. Different room, but just like this.
So you'll basically go out and send an email to the RoadMap hub, okay?
Yeah, right around the closing bell, you get an email. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4:15 to 5.
Well, folks, we've had a great morning, 10 o'clock, fine time for a dime. Trade from yesterday to this morning. And I want to get in this 5 if it sets up. Jonathan, if we leave, people that have a roadmap will get an email on this, right?
Right.
Perfect.
We won't make a tracker for one trade, but you'll get an email alert on it.
Somebody wants to know, where do they go for the recording review after work? My name is Richard.
Well, We'll post the recording. We'll post the trade details out to the slides.
Jim said he took the training from Futures. He's got 5 gold contracts, no risk, and he's got a 50-cent credit. He's getting paid just for getting the knowledge. Look, Bruce says on my Futures, $500 on 2 gold contracts I placed this week. I love the new gold. Wait to hear what's next, Bruce. I'm working on something else that's going to make you really happy in that gold futures. Up $500. Jonathan, doesn't that make you feel good that we do that training? We get those kind of feedback from people.
That's great. Oh yeah.
Education, first class. Morris got 6 on. He's been with me a long time. Way to go, Morris. All right, Jonathan, I think we wrap it up. Folks, look for an email if it sets up or set an alert on your own computer. And if it goes 90.55, we'll be shortly thereafter putting out this trade in the roadmap. Again, I don't know how many's left, but if you next 20 minutes you decide you want on the VIP, take it and be smart to do it. Jonathan, that's all I got.
All right, Tom, great sessions today. Thank you. We'll be back this afternoon for RoadMap training.
Sound like a plan. See everybody on the flip side.